World Economic Forum has released a new report that puts on stark display the tough job ahead of Nigeria's next president, based on responses from 1,200 private sector risk managers, public policy makers, academics, and industry leaders across the world. The WEF's 2023 report highlights terrorist attacks, debt crisis, cost of living, severe commodity supply crisis, rapid sustained inflation, and unemployment or livelihood crisis as the most immediate rising risk facing Nigeria's economy. Speaking earlier today on TVC News flagship business program, Business Nigeria, Director for the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, Dr. Muda Yusuf, expressed concerns over the risk listed by the forum.
All the issues raised by the World Economic Forum, just as you said, are not new. And for many investors operating in this environment, many of them have factored most of these variables into their business models. That is why at least many of them are still standing up till today. And my prognosis that 2023 cannot be worse than 2022. For one, we are having a transition, and we are likely to see a shift in some of the policy-related problems. Because some of the risks identified by World Economic Forum, which many of us already know, are factors you can regard as exogenous factors. That is, factors over which we don't have much control. But we have endogenous factors. I'm talking now within the context of the management of the economy. These are factors that are within our own control, especially around policy. And for corporate organizations and for investors, of course, they also have the responsibility of, crafting their business model, their business strategy in line with prevailing situations, which many of them have been doing anyway. Because if they were not resilient, this economy will have gone under.
Ahead of the final phase-out of the old 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes from the financial system, the Central Bank of Nigeria has taken the new currency awareness campaign to markets within the FCT. It hopes this will enhance its greater acceptance by the public and aid smooth penetration into the economy. Lara Folayon reports.
The new 200, 500, and 1,000 naira notes were formally introduced into the country's cash system on December 15th. Following this development, videos emerged on the social media of certain business people refusing to accept the currency and insisting on the old ones, claiming ignorance of its existence. This made it obvious that a lot needed to be done regarding public sensitization of the new legal tender.
Withdrawn from circulation.
The Apex Bank has now taken the new Naira Notes awareness campaign to the country's business community.
The benefits of the currency redesigned to Nigerian economy are enormous, given that this policy will help to control inflation, as the exercise will bring the hoarded currency into the banking system, thereby making monetary policy more effective.
We're also here to enlighten you that you should please accept these new notes, use them, and also make good use of them. And for those that do bulk banking, we also advise you to please use our internet channels. We have the mobile bankers, we have the POS agents, we have the USSD, the internet banking, and so forth.
The features of the notes are highlighted here to include enhanced security, greater durability, attractiveness, as well as a rich heritage.
The sample they show us and how to detect the fake one and all is very, very good for us to know. Because for me, I don't know that if you turn it, you see colors, except today. Yes, it's very, very good.
The public is also told to take their old currencies to the bank ahead of the deadline.
CBN, I bring this Ogongo story, say, make you walk near anywhere where you see any financial institution, carry your old currency near them, collect the new currency from 31st January. Make the old one no come sour for your hand, my brothers and sisters.
The Apex Bank says it won't extend the deadline for the use of the old currency. The CBN expects the naira redesigned policy to help deepen financial inclusion, a more cashless economy, and greater formalization of the Nigerian economy. Lara Folayan, TVC News, Abuja.
Electric distribution companies have been urged to comply with the regulations and enforcement directives of the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, NEMSA. Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of NEMSA and the Chief Electrical Inspector of the Federation, Mr. Aliyu Tahir, made this quarter during a visit to Ikeja Electric on the national monitoring and technical evaluation of 33 kV primary feeders and associated injection substations supplied from the transmission substations. During the inspection with the NEMSA task force team, Mr. Tahir identified some of the challenges at the interface points between transmission and electricity distribution networks, hindering smooth power supply and delivery in the country. Meanwhile, the managing director of Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company, Mrs. Folake Shueton, assures that the company will ensure zero tolerance for fatalities and accident-safe connectivity with customers, as well as ensuring all equipment meet with NEMSA and SON standards.
Here today with the NEMSA task force team, which was inaugurated by the Honorable Minister of State Power, Mr. Godi J.D. Akbar, OFR, on the 5th of August 2022, which was done here in Lagos. It's the purpose of the task force basically is to identify the challenges at the interface points between transmission and electricity distribution networks that have hindering smooth power supply delivery in the country. Permit me to state clearly that we are not here to find faults, but to help by working together to solve the problems of the power sector.
For us, a customer should not be begging to get connected to me. It doesn't make sense. A customer is like, literally, it's as if they're begging us. Why should they beg us for service? They shouldn't. We should be the one begging them to connect to us. But today, because of what is happening, it seems like they're begging us, and we don't want that to happen anymore. And I believe that that's also in line with your objective.
Over 1 trillion naira was remitted into the nation's coffers by the Apapa Command of the Nigerian Customs Service in 2022. Additionally, the command intercepted 157 containers of tramadol and other illicit drugs worth 14.4 billion naira and arrested 60 suspects in connection with them. Ifunaya Eze reports.
The remittance of 1.022 trillion naira by the Apapa Customs Command in 2022 is a record-breaking amount. While making the disclosure at the command's yearly activity review, the area controller notes that despite the decline in trade and setbacks in the clearance value chain, the officers of the command's resilience in blocking revenue leakages ensured that all unpaid declarations and unutilized PAS were traced and accounted for.
We make a revenue of 1,022 billion naira for the period of January to December 2022. And what did I do? I tried to leverage on the existing infrastructure of technology-driven initiative of the CGC. And what do? We make sure that we comply and ensure that compliance is our bedrock.
The command recorded a total of 28.2 billion naira in exports of non-oil commodities in 2022, reflecting the federal government's diversification of the economy.
The infrastructure in technology, the infrastructure in automation, and that makes the movement of the cargo faster and the trade is faster. We make sure that the NSP, the CCI, and every other document, regulated document are informed. And before you even come, examination can take, before you can only do examination in the port. But now you can do examination even at Oshogbo or in Kano, and the thing will flow straight to the port, and the cargo, the vessel will be there waiting for it to move.
As part of his remarks, he acknowledged that compliant traders played a critical role in driving an increase of 16.07% over revenue generated in 2021.
Having exceeded its 2022 revenue target, the Apapa Customs Command says that it is projecting a 1.5 trillion naira revenue contribution to the nation's coffers in 2023. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.